So as we wait for the Supreme Court to decide the future of abortion in this country, a race is on.
Yes, listen to this. So some doctors are now trying to train medical students and residents to perform abortion procedures ahead of possible abortion bans. A Washington Post education reporter Nick Anderson here with us to talk about this morning. Good morning, Nick.
Good morning.
All right, so tell us a little bit about this training. Are we talking about states where abortion could be illegal if, once this ruling or if this ruling comes down the way we're expecting it to?
So the key is here that abortion is at the moment legal in all states, but if you there are some restrictions that are being imposed in some states, so I should qualify that. But if you were to look at the teaching hospitals in America, you would find that those hospitals that offer obstetrics and gynecological training must offer programs for OBGYN specialists to receive training in abortion services. Now, they might offer them outside of the hospital, but they have to be available in order to maintain accreditation. And so if the Supreme Court were to overturn Roe v. Wade, you might find a situation where there are some states where this training is available, some states where it is available in a very limited way, and other states where it is not available. And that's going to cause in my view, through the reporting I've found, a bit of an upheaval in training and education in these programs.
Right. And so, in the Northwest, for example, the leaked draft opinion indicates that abortion federally will not be protected, but they're going to kick it to individual states. So, for example, if Idaho bans abortion and Washington across the border is providing abortions, the idea could be that a lot of people from Idaho and other states that would like to get an abortion could cross state lines and get it here. So that
Right.
could obviously put a pretty big tax on the system.
Well, and then I think if you take it a step further, you would find that there might be some states, Idaho, Montana, et cetera, where aspiring doctors or doctors in residency might come to Washington State to receive this training if they want it. And so that's the issue in the education sphere for doctors who are going to be OBGYNs or, say, family medicine specialists. How are they going to access this training? How are they going to access this education if it's banned in their state?
Mm-hmm. And Nick, what kind of training are we talking about here? I mean, we've learned more about this. A lot of abortions happen just with pills these days. So, I mean, are we talking about surgical
Right.
procedures, or what exactly do we mean?
Well, the procedure is in the early stages of a pregnancy. The procedure is known as D&C, or dilation and curettage. This is a procedure also, by the way, that's used in managing miscarriage aftermaths in many situations. And that procedure it allows an abortion provider to effectively remove the fetal or embryonic tissue from the uterus. That's the key procedure in an early pregnancy. There are other procedures that are related to that for more advanced stages of the pregnancy up to the point of viability. But that's what's being discussed in medical schools and in medical residency programs is, well, how are we going to train people in that procedure if the procedure is banned in our state?
Exactly. Could we see some programs eliminate abortion training if Roe's overturned?
I don't know. That's the question.
Right.
You might have situations where doctors in residency are basically flying to different parts of the country to get that training. Let's say you're a doctor in residency in Tennessee, or you're a doctor in residency in Texas, or a doctor in residency in Alabama, or some other state that's likely to have an abortion ban after the Supreme Court rules, if the Supreme Court overturns Roe. If you're one of those residents, you might be on the hunt for a place to train if that's your goal.
Wow, Nick Anderson with the Washington Post this morning. This is a fascinating angle to tackle. We appreciate you joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
And we do expect an opinion from the Supreme Court. Their session wraps up on the 27th of this month.